Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about healing, parenthood and breaking cycles. If you're new to this channel, welcome. This is a safe space. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you for being part of the family. Don't forget to leave me a comment, share with your friends and let me know what resonated with you. Now let's jump right into the conversations. It's a little bit heavy, but take care of yourself after the conversation and just exercise some kindness, some patience, some grace to yourself. Sometimes your first heartbreak doesn't come from a friend or a partner or the world. Sometimes it comes from your parents, and that's a truth many people don't talk about enough because it feels uncomfortable, because we're told to honor our parents, because we're told they did the best they could, because we're told to move on. But what happens when the person who were meant to protect you were also the ones who hurt you? What happens when your earliest wounds came from the same hands that were meant to hold you safely? What makes it even harder is knowing that healing in many cases doesn't require grand gestures. It doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require rewriting the past. Sometimes all it takes is a conversation, an apology, a changed behavior. That's it. And yet for some people, even the feeling of having that conversation feels impossible. Some parents are not emotionally mature enough to take accountability. They're not mature enough to say, I was wrong. They're not mature enough to say, I'm sorry. Not even mature to admit that their actions or their silence caused harm. And so the child grows up carrying questions instead of closure, pain instead of understanding, and silence instead of repair. One of the hardest parts of forgiveness is this: accepting an apology that was never spoken, because forgiveness in that context isn't about reconciliation. It's about survival. It's about choosing peace when accountability never came. It's about grieving the parent you needed but never had. And that grief is real. Healing can feel confusing. One moment you think you're okay, and the next a memory surfaces or a trigger appears, and suddenly you're back in that younger version of yourself, the one who didn't feel seen, heard, or protected. Healing is not linear. Healing is not pretty. Healing can be lonely. But here's where my heart shifts, because now I'm not just healing for myself. I'm healing as a parent. And one of my deepest prayers is this: that my children never have to heal from me, that they never sit in therapy trying to untangle wounds I caused, that they never question their worth because I failed to affirm them, that they never carry shame because I avoided accountability. I never want to be the parent who knew they were doing wrong and chose to do nothing. I never want to be the parent who broke a heart and refused to repair it, because being a parent doesn't mean being perfect, but it does mean being responsible. It means listening even when it's uncomfortable. It means apologizing even when your ego resists. It means changing behavior, not just offering words. There's something incredibly powerful about a parent saying, I'm sorry, I didn't handle that well, I hurt you, and I want to do better. Those words don't weaken authority. They build trust. They teach emotional safety. They model accountability. And that's the kind of legacy I want to leave behind. Not one of fear, not one of silence, not one of unresolved pain, but one of repair, one of humility, one of love that chooses growth over pride. Breaking generational cycles is not easy. It requires self-awareness. It requires honesty. It requires facing parts of yourself you'd rather ignore. But it is possible. And every time you choose to respond instead of react, Every time you choose to listen instead of dismiss, every time you choose accountability instead of defensiveness, you are rewriting a story that didn't start with you, but can end with you. Now, if you're listening to this and you're healing from parental wounds, I want you to know this. Your pain is valid. Your feelings make sense, and your healing does not require their permission. And if you're listening as a parent or someone who hopes to be one, remember this. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be willing to grow, willing to apologize, willing to change, because love isn't just what we say, it's what we repair. And my prayer every single day is that my children never have to patch up wounds that I was the cause of. Thank you for listening, and if this resonated with you, may your healing be gentle, may your growth be intentional, and your legacy be different. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.